Hey, real quick, why do you think the donut went to therapy? Because he never felt whole. Kind of like the one I'm trapped in. But anyway, guys, today it's Surviving Minecraft, and we're starting off by digging a whole lot of sand. But I got to get out of this hole first, and I think that's enough hole puns, so let's get into it. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Surviving Minecraft, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're working on doing a slime farm, but not just any old slime farm. I found a crazy one that has 4 chunks of slime chunks. It was crazy when I found it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be insane. But where it's located is under a bunch of water, and it's it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get to. So the easiest way I thought to clear that out would be with a whole bunch of this wonderful sand. There's a ton of it here. We're in a desert not too far out from the mushroom biome, so I have to dig a whole bunch of this. Now, mind you, I just got this much inventory space, so that's all we're gonna get. So what we need to do is dig out all this sand. So I don't think there's any rules against starting off with a time lapse, and even if there are, we're just gonna break it anyway. So let's get started digging this out, and then we can move on to doing this slime farm. So let's do it. Ah yes, another sand time lapse. How original, you might be thinking. Well, my time lapses tend to usually end a little bit differently. Oh no, get out of here. Hey, no. Why can't I ever do one time lapse without dying? What is wrong with me? Yeah, okay, so that happened, and we're just not going to talk about it, and we're just going to forget that ever happened, and I'm going to go get the rest of the sand. Okay. Well, that went smoothly. But now we got to get headed out and find something else that we need, because when we make this slime farm, I'm planning on using some TNT. But not just any TNT. I'm going to be using TNT that requires a little bit of coral stuff. You can go away, sir. Go away. Go away. There we go. Okay, no more of those guys. So these little fans here are going to be one of the key ingredients that we need. I'm just going to collect a few more of these things just in case. Okay, that should be plenty enough to get this thing done. If we need more than that, then, well, we've got a pretty big problem. One of the things that I've been curious about is how exactly this coral fan's going to work. I know it has to be a dead coral fan, but I think that it's like once it's out of the ground, it should die. So, like, once it's here, it should end up just dying out. Yeah, like that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but okay, I guess I got to silk touch it. There we go. Okay, I think we got all the sand that we need, and now what we can do is head on back. Okay, home sweet home, we made it. Everything's still good. So the area where this slime chunk is, I gotta show you because it's kind of crazy. So let me show you down here just where the slime chunk is. So if y'all remember, I found this place in the last episode, but what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna dig it out a little bit so that way we got some room to work with and set up like a ghetto slime farm. So all I'm doing here is just putting in a bunch of hoppers into a chest. So this way we can collect anything that they might drop. And then I'm just going to fill up some fence gates on the side to hold the iron golem in. Now remember, this is just temporary. So if I remember correctly, it's just 4 blocks to make the iron golem. Just those 4 there. And then a little pumpkin head on top. And then we're just going to take our shears and go shoop. Hey, there we go. All right. So now we got ourselves a little iron golem, a little hired help to help us out. And this is just kind of like our ghetto slime farm, so we're going to use a little bit of campfire action just to kind of get it started. I think this should work. So we're just going to use this to kind of test, make sure this area is good, and if it is, then we'll work on expanding it. So I guess now we just got to wait. So I've been just sitting here waiting around for, I don't know, maybe like an hour or so. Just kind of wanted to see what was going to happen, so let's go check it out. All right, so let's go see exactly what we got. This thing's been sitting for about an hour or so. I just wanted to let it run and just kind of see what we can end up with, but yeah. It kind of makes me wonder if we even really need to build this thing. Holy crap. Yeah, we've got a ton of slime balls, so that's actually more than I thought we were going to get. Holy crap, this thing's working really well. I think part of that's just because I've got everything lit up really well, and because there's like a mine shaft up here, and I've been going all over that place lighting it up. So, wow, that is really, really good. Just imagine if we build this thing out, because if I do F3 and G, you can see these chunks. This is just one of the chunks. Like, I've seen slime spawn further out, and from my understanding, this might be a 4-chunk slime area. So this could be a crazy farm. Now, I don't need that much slime balls, but I mean, it might just be fun to do. So I think we're going to do that anyway, because why not? It's just something fun to do. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I don't know why I put those in there. I'm going to take these slime balls and go get them checked out, so that way we can go ahead and make ourselves some redstone stuff. Oh, hey, Mr. Kitty, what's up, dude? Okay, so we may have a little bit of an issue here. So when we're looking at this, you can see that is a pillar, that's a pillar, that's a pillar, and that's a pillar. So that is the area where the slime chunks are. It's a total of 4, but as you can see, a good chunk of it is in water. So this is going to make for a very interesting thing that we're going to have to do, because this is a lot of water that we're going to have to clear out. So it's definitely going to be a challenge to get this done, but I think what we're going to have to do is just basically lay a whole bunch of sand. But the one thing I'm worried about is that even after I get this filled, is that then the TNT duping machines, they might end up having problems blowing up these walls, which could then let water back in. So I got to kind of brainstorm this a little bit and figure out what I'm going to do, but I think the plan is we're just going to fill this all up with sand and then dig it all out. And I think that's kind of what we're going with. So, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of work, but I guess the only thing left to do is to get to it. So here we go.
Now sit back and relax and enjoy as we sit and watch this Derp work in his natural habitat. He does things in a more difficult way than what they have to be. Not because of views, not for fun, not because somebody asked him to do it, but because he likes to make himself suffer, for this is the way of the Derps. He loves to make things difficult for himself. I mean, why do things the easy way when you can just make it extremely challenging and do it the derpy way? Well, that's exactly what Sergeant Derps McGee does. He does everything the derpy way. I mean, look at this giant slime farm. Did he really need to do a 4-chunk slime farm that was underwater? No, of course not. But he did it anyway, because he's a derp. I mean, seriously, look at the size of this thing. Is that really necessary? But if there's one thing that you can count on Sergeant Derps McGee doing properly, it's not lighting up his world. Some would say that the Derps just loves to suffer. Others would say that, well, he's a total derp. But if there's one thing for certain, it's that the creeper loves the Derps.
Hey, pull my finger.
Well, what did you learn today, Sergeant Derps?
That creepers really, 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 really suck.
Ah, yes. Creepers really do suck.
Hey, what is up with that narrator guy? I mean, really, how can you possibly be that nice and mean at the same time? I mean, I've got feelings too, you know? Like, you know, just because I'm a derp doesn't mean that I'm, well, I guess I am kind of dumb, but I'm trying to get better, okay? You know, it takes practice, just like building these giant holes in the ground. I mean, it's not like you just wake up one day and you're just an expert excavator. I mean, really, this takes practice. It takes time. I mean, this isn't something you just do in a day. I mean, look, it took like 30 Minecraft days to be able to pull this off. It was really time consuming. I mean, this is a lot of work. I mean, by the end of it, I basically don't have a finger anymore. I mean, by the end of the day, I guess that's just the price you have to pay to play. Either that or I'm starting to come down with a case of arthritis. Oh God. But anyway, I guess I should just get back to placing these blocks because I've got about 100,000 more to go. not everything is all cotton candy and rainbows in this build. Some things were kind of a pain. Now, one of the most frustrating things to deal with is when you're placing sand and there's seagrass on the floor. It just brings all the bricks to the top, and it's a total pain in the butt. Well, once you get them up, it works just fine. It's just, it's a little a nuisance. So keep that in mind if you ever try to do this. But I would definitely not suggest trying to do this, not unless if you have a lot of time in your hands and a really strong finger. Because holy crap, I had to click that button so many times. I mean, I know I'm still complaining about my finger, but geez, it was a lot of clicking. And the funny part is that after I got all this thing dug out, it wasn't good enough. I needed to build a wall. Not just any wall, I wanted to make a seawall. So I used a combination of bricks and mossy cobblestone and mossy bricks to make these really cool looking seawalls, because we wanted this to actually look pretty neat considering it's going to be a permanent structure. But also I'm hoping that these walls will hold up a little bit better to TNT than sand. I think overall it came out looking pretty darn good. Okay, so I know for a fact that this wasn't the most ideal situation for building a slime farm. Usually you wouldn't want to build it underwater like this, and I also realized that that would have made the perfect opportunity to do a live stream. But I tried. I was doing the software and I was getting everything together. The only issue was, well, I kept running into problems. But I'm actually using the software now to record this as we speak. So if this video goes well, I'll be able to do a live stream very soon after, once I figure out exactly what I want to do. But for right now, we're just going to finish doing this TNT slime farm. So let's do it. So now when I made this seawall, I wasn't quite thinking about how big I wanted to make it. I mainly just wanted it to be here so it wouldn't look so ridiculous having this giant hole here. The only thing is, I know that these bricks are a little bit stronger than, say, sand, but I don't know how strong they are with TNT. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to dig out just enough to where we know that when we set up these TNT machines, that they're not going to go blowing holes and letting water come in here. Because if water gets in here, it's not going to work the way that we want it to. But I still want to use TNT to do this just because I think it'd be fun. And it's just going to be something interesting to do. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then we'll work on setting up the TNT flying machines, which those should be pretty interesting to do. So yeah, I guess without further ado, I just need to get started. So one thing I'm trying to get better at is PvP, and one of the things that we really need are ender pearls, because if we ever want to fight the ender dragon, we need some ender pearls. The problem is, I suck at PvP. I'm coming for you, buddy.
What's up, bitch? Oh, hell no, bitch.
Hey,
Get over here, bitch.
no, yep.
Take this, bitch. Yeah,
Son
bitch.
of a
That's what I
bitch. Oh, why do I always do this? I should really just stick to building. PvP is definitely not my strong suit. But that's okay, because the only way to get better at something is to practice, and in my case, die a lot. So I'm just going to keep practicing. Okay, so now it's time to set this thing up. Now, I'm not sure exactly where we need to put these things, so I know they're about 6 blocks wide. So I think counting away from this wall here, we'll just do 1 block there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is where we're going to start. Now, as far as height, I'm not sure how tall we need to make it, so I think we'll just kind of start here and hope that that doesn't blow up the wall or our machine. We'll see. So the first thing that we're going to need here is going to be some slime blocks and some obsidian, but I think what I'm going to do is put the obsidian up here first, because we're going to do the docking station first. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you, making these little return stations is it's kind of a little bit harder than it looks because I managed to put these like one block off and then it wasn't tall enough on the other side. So be sure to use your F3 if you plan on doing these things because gee whiz, that was a nightmare. But I think I got these two set up. So now I need to build the actual flying thing. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. So a lesson was learned here, and I built this thing, and it flew down there, and it did fine. But then when it came to this end, it got stuck on a wall, and now, well, now it doesn't want to fly at all. It's just kind of stuck there. So, yeah, I need to build this whole thing one block over now. So, fun. It's all right, though. We'll do that, and then we'll test it. Luckily, I tested it without TNT, because when it first went, I'm pretty sure this would have just blown me up. So, yeah, I'm going to do that real quick. I'll be right back. So I broke out the wall right behind that little slime block. So let's see if now, if I update this observer, if it'll actually go. Okay, so I'm going to take a block. We'll see if we can get it to fly. No? Well, I'm very confused as to what happened. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, now hopefully it'll go down there and just stay down there. Come on, baby, please. Go, go, go. You got this. Okay. And, okay, cool. So it's staying there. So that can at least chill there. So then all I got to do is move this back a block, and we should be good. And then I can put those back. Hopefully. We'll see if this fixes it. Let's turn this baby on and see if it goes all the way back without getting stuck. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, that's starting to look real good. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, I didn't put the trap door on.
Oops.
Well, I guess I'll go over there and go fix that real quick. Okay, here we go. Oh, not what I wanted to put there, but sure. Okay, now we'll just wait and see if hopefully should go down there. And then once it gets there, that thing should flip. Boop, boop. Okay, there it goes. Oh, I need to set that 2 ticks. Okay, now if it comes back here and works. Oh, look, it grabbed the block. Oh, I need to move it one more. Crap. Yep, okay, so I need to move it a block. Okay, can we beat it? Let's get it down here and let's shut it off before it goes. Come on, baby, come on, baby. Go, go, go! No, 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 no. Yes, okay, we got it just in time. Okay, so now I gotta move this a whole nother block just to make sure this thing works. So we're gonna get it eventually. It's just taking me a while to get this thing right. So we need to go one more block. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, that almost killed me. Whoopsies. Boop, 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 doop, dirt. Nada. Okay, so that should now work. Hopefully, now when we bring it down here, it's not going to cause us, oh shoot, too many problems. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. Okay, okay, okay. It's looking good, looking good. There we go. Okay, no wall. No extra bricks. Looking good. Does it come down here and get sent back? Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So now what I need to do while it's doing that, I'm going to shut this off so when it comes back here. So before we load the TNT, I think I need to dig this out a little bit more because I think if it hits this, that's probably going to blow up. And I need to make about, I could probably fit 1, maybe 2 more machines in here because this is the edge of the blocks. So that might be all we can fit in here, but that's what I'm going to attempt to do. But that should be more than enough to dig this all the way down to bedrock. Okay, so I know it might be kind of loud right now, but what I'm doing is I'm building up this so I can turn all of these things on and off from up top. But I finally got them all built. They're all working pretty good. I didn't put the TNT on yet because, well, I just don't want to risk it. So right now I'm just making a little wiring system so that way I can actually turn this thing on and off. Because, yeah, I don't want to have to be running around each individual one doing that. So this is what we're doing. Okay, so all I did was I wired this thing up and I put a little torch tower here. So that way now when I flick this switch, it'll send them all off. They'll go down there and come back. As long as this is down, it'll be constantly running. And then whenever I flick this back up, those things will all flip up and it'll catch them and bring them back. So far I think we're good. I think the only thing left to do is put TNT in it. And fingers crossed this thing's going to work. But who knows? It is me. I am Derps McGee. So, you know, we might just end up screwing it up. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, this little guy's being kind of annoying. What do you want, buddy? What do you want?
I want
Huh?
my family. They all drowned.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad.
Yeah, I missed them very much.
I didn't realize. Okay, well,
Why?
I'll just
Don't
leave you
me
be.
alone like my family.
All right, well, I guess on that
Why
note,
are you leaving
the only thing left to do now is just
Come back.
get ready to activate this sucker and see what happens.
I just want a friend.
Let's put it to the test. Okay, so I'm coming down here because I need to collect all this stuff up, because what I don't want to have happen is once the TNT hits down here that we lose all of our crap. So now we've got pretty much everything tidied up. The only thing I got to do is get this poor guy out of here, because we don't want him getting blown up when all this gets blown up. So luckily, I think I've got a lead with me, so we'll be able to take that with us. Holy cow. That is a lot of slime balls. That was just from all the time I spent actually trying to do the thing up there, getting rid of all that water. It took me way longer than what I originally planned. So, without further ado, I think what we're going to do is get this guy out of here. We are getting you out of here, okay? Let's go. You don't have to die. We're going to save you, okay? Come on now.
But I don't want to go over there.
That's right. There we go. Come with me, buddy. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I know.
What the hell, man?
Oh, I might need to make these holes a little bigger. He's kind of big.
Hey, I'm not that big.
He's a big boy.
I'm just big bone.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about you.
Well, that's not very
I'm going
nice.
to have to, like, make room in the roof. Okay, you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. We're going to put him over here. Little fence gate down. Boom. And then we should be able to...
What? This is
Yeah,
just
there we
not
go.
right.
So you, sir, have to stay here so you don't get blown up when we blow all this stuff up.
Hey,
Because it's going to get pretty rowdy. So funny story, I forgot to light up my world again. Yeah, take a look at this. I basically created a dang mob spawner. I need to get better about placing torches, that's for sure. I mean, why do I always do this? Oh boy, hey, get back. No, 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 hey, get back. No, 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 oh. I literally fell to my death from that far. What the hell? So the time is finally here to put the TNT in. I mean, this is going to be one of those moments where this is either going to go really, really well, or it's going to go really, really bad. So I also managed to make a fifth one. So I think we've got this whole area filled out. But now it's just a matter of putting this TNT in and hoping, just hoping that it doesn't blow up. Well, we wanted to... Oh, nope, that's not what we wanted. Okay, well... That's not ideal, and it broke part of the machine. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to redo this a little bit, I think. I think I'm gonna have to definitely lower it a bit. Crap. Alright, well, back to the drawing board. So after doing some testing, I've discovered that these things are all messed up, and that I'm gonna have to rebuild them. It looks like as though the problem is because these 3 blocks here are connected already. As soon as you place this down, the detector rail goes off and it sets off the TNT. Normally these are going to be like a block apart and then they'll get launched into each other, and that's what makes it work. So I'm going to have to tear each of these machines down and rebuild them, this time with TNT. So, oh boy, this should be fun. So luckily, tearing these machines apart is a hell of a lot easier than putting them together, especially in survival. So in order to build one of these flying machines, you just got to put 3 slime blocks in an L shape, and then a wall or a fence in the front, and then you do 3 slime blocks in an L shape connected to that wall. Add a set of TNT and some dead coral reef, then you just put a detector rail and a minecart on top. And that's technically the TNT duper. Then just power it with a lever, and then flick it one more time to get it to activate. Preferably not on scaffolding. It's definitely not the most blast-resistant block around. But if you want it to be a flying machine, you need 2 sticky pistons that are facing into slime blocks with observers on top. It's really not as bad as it looks. I just use additional slime blocks to be able to aim them in the right direction. And then it's just a matter of making as many of these things as you want, depending on how big of a hole you want to dig. In my case, I used 5. But be careful to make sure that you build it on the right level, otherwise you might end up like this. Yep, I was exactly 1 block too low. Oh boy. I don't know what it is with me and making holes, but geez, I must really enjoy making holes. Oh, and you didn't think this time lapse was going to end with me being alive now, did you? It wouldn't be one of my time lapses if I did. But the real tragedy is that I'm going to have to rebuild each and every one of these things yet again. But I figured I'd save you the trouble of seeing that and instead showing you something that you shouldn't do, like starting your TNT duplicator on a pile of scaffolding standing right next to it. Not the smartest move. Yes, that was extremely painful because I lost one of my best axes. Yeah, not the brightest. But it's okay because eventually I managed to get them all built and ready to go. So after a very, very long time, a lot of frustration, and a pain in my ass, it is finally time to turn this thing on. So let's go ahead and flip the switch and see just what happens. Okay, we're okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. They should just go down there. This way, they're not going to actually do anything. And when they come back, they should start dropping that TNT. Yep. Oh, boy. Holy cow. Oh, yes. My computer's not happy, but this is exactly... Wow. Okay, I would say this is working. So this is probably going to take a little while, but we're just going to have it keep... Oh, we got one that got stuck for some reason, but so far everything else is working. Holy cow. Oh, it got blown up. Holy crap, my computer is having some trouble. Oh, no. Did part of this thing get blown up? No. I need to see why this one's not going. Let's see. Weird. So I don't know what caused that one not to fire at the right time, but it seems to be going now. Oh, shoot. I don't want to be down here. Oh, I don't want to be down here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Go away. Go away. Oh, this is very bad. This is very bad. I need out of here. Oh, I need out of here. Woo! Get me out of here. No, this is very dangerous. Holy cow. Okay, so for some reason that machine keeps getting stuck, but everything else seems to be working okay. Holy cow, this is insane. But yeah, I'm just going to do this till we get all the way to bedrock. So here we go. And just when I thought I had everything figured out, I found a little pocket of water hiding underneath all of those rocks. And you know what's underneath a lot of these rocks when you get close to bedrock? Lava. And you know what that creates when you mix those together? I'm sure you do. Obsidian. So yeah, I had to spend a little bit of time cleaning that up, but once I fixed the water leak, I started noticing other problems, and that's that these slime machines were actually glitching out because my computer was lagging, and it was causing like minecarts to disappear and stuff like that. TNT dropped off of a few of them, and then I just had to go and try to fix it. And I have no idea what I was thinking here. Like, in what world is that a good idea? But eventually I managed to get it all fixed up and get it all working the way that it should. Well, almost. The middle one decided to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Not quite sure why, but that one broke on me twice. If only I could figure out what was wrong with this one flying machine. I don't know what its problem was, but it just didn't want to cooperate with me. But man, does this stuff work fast. I couldn't get over it. It was one of the coolest things to see. Even though it was probably a lot more work than digging down, it was well worth it because it just looked so awesome to see happen. And it was nice not having to destroy all my pickaxes in the process. And then when it's all said and done, we're going to have this really cool looking crater. So all in all, I'm very, very happy with how this thing turned out. And one thing to consider if you're going to do this yourself is that you'll lose a lot of resources. Like this gold. Yep, bye-bye gold. Oh well.
I don't know what you're doing. Hey, you gonna help me? There's a big old slime trying to come get me.
You big stinking
Hey, Derp, there's a big slime here, and
I'm gonna
I
squeeze
kind of want to kill him.
Squeeze.
Can I kill him? I can't reach him.
I'm going to squeeze you.
Hey, Derp, you want to be careful? That TNT might come flying in here. Oh, then again, I guess I won't have to kill this guy.
Let me in there and I would squeeze you so good.
Well, anyway, I guess that the only thing left to do is to fix this one strip that didn't work. So I'm going to have to fix that middle flying machine. But outside of that, it went really, really well. Well, that was not without its failures, but overall pretty successful. I mean, it's all the way down to bedrock for the most part. For some reason, though, the TNT on this one got, like, dropped in a weird way or it glitched out. There were several times where it was just glitching all completely out. Like this is a definite lag monster for sure. So I'm going to try to fix this machine and then let it run until it goes all the way down to bedrock. And then we should be pretty well set up. And I think if anything, it just looks really, really cool. Okay, come on, baby. Oh no. Man, doing this whole thing with TNT is definitely becoming a much larger struggle than it would have been to just dig this thing out. But man, is it satisfying getting to see that thing run. I mean, geez. I thought that was pretty cool. And that worked so fast. Like, that thing got all the way down to bedrock in no time. So I think what I need to do, if I remember correctly, is I need to move this back by 1. Uh-oh. So technically, when this thing fires, it should work. And then boom. Okay, cool. We fixed it. Now we just gotta let this thing fly, and then hopefully it'll take care of this little batch that we got left here. Look at that. She's doing work. Could you imagine, though, trying to, like, dig all that out by hand? Holy cow, that would take forever. So far, so good. Cool, so I'm just gonna let this thing run, and then, of course, later we'll have to come by and clear out some of these floating blocks, but for the most part, it's pretty well done, I'd say. I don't know why I was just thinking this was going to be easy. We'll just set it up. But there's a lot that goes into this, and it actually made it a lot harder than it had to be. But now we've got this giant pit where we'll still get a good amount of slime for sure. I mean, look, we just saw one spawn down there. I mean, he's dead, but still, it's definitely working. So now we just got to get this thing lined up and then work on the platforms and stuff. But I have a different idea for how I want to do the platforms on this thing, because I have a different way I want to kill these slime. But one thing I was just thinking about is that as we build up these platforms, we're going to be floating up here, so we'll be able to come and get some of these as we build it up. But we definitely have to take care of any dark spots like that, because as you can see, things can still spawn up there. So we need to eliminate those. But, I mean, for the most part, it's looking pretty cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the bottom and go take a look at it, see what it looks like from down there. Okay, so any bets on whether or not Mr. Iron Golem survived this? Because I really don't know if I put him in a safe chunk or not.
Hey, you gonna let me go or what?
Hey, he's still here. Look at that. All right, cool.
Hey, where you going?
Holy cow. Whoa. Now this looks awesome. Look, there's even some diamonds. Huh. I wonder how many of those we lost, but geez, yeah, you can see, look, it is going to be a death valley down here, so I need to be careful. But wow, that looks so cool. We definitely got to fill this thing in, though. Man, I almost don't want to because this looks so awesome, but I think I'm going to have to. Oh, what? Hey, what the hell's wrong with you, buddy? You don't want none? Go on, get out of here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just chilling. Right. Oh, shoot. Yep, see, this is what we got to be careful of. Oh, yeah. Gotcha, buddy. Uh-oh.
Hey, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Go away. Yeah, I need to get out of here. This isn't going to work. So I'm going to have to come back here. We're going to have to light all that up and deal with all that some other time. Because right now, it is about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I don't think I could do very much more today because, geez, that was a lot of work. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a crazy, crazy build. There was a ton of PS. I died so many times to do this thing, but wow, it was definitely worth it. I mean, just look at this. This is crazy. I think it looks even crazier from the ground floor, but yeah, I'm excited. So hopefully here pretty soon in the next episode, we'll work on building all the platforms and actually making the slime farm start producing. So if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button because we're going to be finishing this build out in the next episode, as well as any other build you can think of. We're going to be doing redstone for noobs. We're going to be doing survive in Minecraft. You name it, we're going to try to do it. So if there's any builds that you want to see in the future, be sure to put them down in the comments. Let me know, because we have a whole island dedicated just to doing just that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be sure to see y'all in the next one, and have a great day.
Oh, let me in there and I would squish you so good. I'm going to squish. Squish.